Now we are going to understand the diffusion. It is the diffusion. Okay, so first we are going to understand what is diffusion basically. Okay, suppose we have a glass of water. Suppose we have a glass of water. Okay, this is the glass of water. Suppose you have, it is water, so I'm writing here water. Okay, and you are adding like 1 teaspoon sugar over here. Okay, it is a teaspoon and you are adding sugar here. So when you will add sugar here, the sugar first will get settled down at the bottom and then it starts dissolving. Okay, so particles of sugar, they get spread all over the solution, means where sugar is present, that part of the water will have higher concentration, higher concentration, and that part where sugar is not present at starting level, then it will be have low concentration. So in order to maintain the concentration of the solution of sugar in water, then the particle of sugar will distributed all over the solution uniformly. Okay, if you will taste that solution here, will taste the sweet. Okay, if you will taste the amount of like solution from here, you will taste the same. Okay, because all over the solution sugar particles have distributed uniformly. Okay, so the diffusion is the movement of particles of solute from higher concentration to lower concentration is called as diffusion. Is called as diffusion. So let's understand definition from your notes. So the definition given here is that diffusion is the movement of molecules of solute, that we have added sugar here, so sugar will be the solute. Okay, from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration is called as diffusion. Okay, so it is nothing but the movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration is called as diffusion. Okay, beta?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is all about the definition. Now, we have to understand the process. So diffusion is the process of movement of molecule under the concentration gradient. Means if there is a difference in concentration, then particle will move from higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, see in the diagram we have given here particles in initial stage. Okay, they are very close to each other, but after some time, when time passes, they start spreading, and after some time, all the particles of the solute, they distributed uniformly all over the solution. Okay, like this. So it is important process. See, diffusion is the very important process that takes place in a living being, also in our body, also for the transportation of different like chemical substance or nutrients. Okay, that diffusion helps. Okay, like if we are breathing in, then we are breathing in oxygen rich air, that oxygen get mixed into the blood stream. Okay, through the process called respiration. It is due to the diffusion only. So we are performing respiration, and where oxygen being absorbed and carbon dioxide is being released by the process called diffusion. So diffusion is the very important process. So diffusion helps in movement of substance in or in and out of the cell. So by the diffusion process, like suppose this is the cell. Okay, so from your movement of material takes place due to the diffusion only. Okay, so that's why it's given here. Diffusion helps in movement of substance in and out of the cell. The molecule moves from region of C. Particles always move from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration until the concentration of the solution becomes equal. ओके, ये कब तक एक फ्लो होते रहेगा पार्टिकल्स हायर से लोअर के साइड में, जब तक पूरा कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इक्वल नहीं हो जाता तब तक पार्टिकल ऑफ द सॉलिड विल मूव यूनिफॉर्मली. ओके. Liquid and gases, see, liquid and gases undergoes diffusion. Liquid also as well as gases, they undergoes diffusion. Okay, like suppose if you are burning incense stick at your home, at a puja room, then that the smell of that incense stick spread all over the home. Okay, it is due to the diffusion only. Okay, suppose this is a room, and here if you are burning something, then the smoke will get spread all over the room. It is due to the diffusion. Okay beta. Okay. And during the diffusion, molecules are also able to move randomly, so particle can move in any possible direction in order to distribute uniformly all over the space given to it. Okay, now example, we will understand this with the help of example also. So take a water in a beaker. So we have added water in a beaker and add few drop of copper sulfate crystal, not drop. We have added some copper sulfate crystal over here. Okay. So there we are using adding copper sulfate, CuSO4, copper sulfate. Okay. And leave it as it is. Okay. And we have to left it as it is so that the particles of copper sulfate will get distributed uniformly among the solution. Okay, for some time without disturbing. After some time, we can see that the beaker contain a uniformly colored solution. If we will, add something colored compound, first we'll suppose, like we are using that blue color in order to provide, brightness to the white cloths. We used to say ujala, that blue, yeah, liquid is coming. Okay, so what we are doing generally, suppose if you will add that blue color in a bucket. Okay, initially, suppose this is the water. Okay, so when you are adding few drops, so first the blue color will appear in this part only, but after some time that blue color spread all over the solution. Okay, it is due to the diffusion. Okay, hence both water and copper sulfate diffuse independently. So when we will add, like copper sulfate here, so the water molecule as well as copper sulfate, they will move apart from each other in order to distribute uniformly all over the solution. With this experiment, we can infer that solution moves from higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. So the particle of solid, okay, substance like solute, they, when we dissolve in water, so they uniformly distributed all over the solution by the process called diffusion. Okay, so now we are going to understand what are the effect of change in pressure and state of a matter. Okay, so we have already understood in previous lecture about the effect of temperature and pressure on the state of matter. Okay, so we have a little part of it. See, by applying pressure, if you will apply the high pressure, like we have compressed natural gas in our cylinder that we are using at our home in kitchen in order to cook the food. Okay, so here natural gas is present. Okay, that natural gas is present at very high temperature and due to sorry, at a high pressure, and due to high pressure that gas convert into liquid form. That's why it is called as LPG. It is liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, so at a high pressure we will apply, then the space between the particle of matter will decrease. Okay, those particles, they are very apart from each other. If we will apply the pressure, then this particle will come close to each other because their intermolecular particle space will decrease. Okay, so what will happen then? Thus, the applying pressure and reducing the temperature. See, if you will apply the pressure we have to increase, and reducing temperature means we have to decrease the temperature. Okay, then we can convert solid to liquid and liquid to gas. No, it's written like opposite. Thus, by applying the pressure and reducing the temperature, we can convert a solid. No, so here we have like we can convert gases to liquid. Gases to liquid. We can convert a gas in liquid. Okay, that's why we used to say that LPG, it is liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, it is converted into liquid form due to high pressure. Okay, beta. So this is the end of our chapter.
Yes, sir.